Today, we got Miles Morales, the ultimate Spider-Man, taking on the Batman from the future, Batman Beyond. Who wins? Well, let's find out. Originally created in the Ultimate Universe, this version of Spider-Man is a 16-year-old kid named Miles Morales from Brooklyn, who takes on the Spider-Man identity after Peter Parker's death. Miles discovers spider powers of his own after he's bitten by a spider 11 months before Peter's death, and uses these powers to be the best superhero he can be. Currently, Miles lives in the main Marvel universe as a member of the Champions. He's superhumanly strong and can lift and press several tons with really no problem. Miles has tossed police cars, lifted trucks, and he's also able to draw blood and injure superpowered opponents with just one punch. However, Spider-Man usually has to pull his punches and kicks, otherwise his blows be fatal to a normal human. Miles' body is also physically tougher and more durable than the average person, as he survived taking point-blank explosions, being blasted through skyscrapers, and has taken repeated attacks from someone like the Rhino. Then, just like all Spider-Men, he's also superhumanly agile, has reflexes 20 times greater than a human, and is able to easily perform extremely complicated acrobatic moves. He's able to easily jump around and weave through automatic gunfire. He's actually dodged attacks from Peter Parker before. He can cling to any surface using just his fingertips and toes. He also has mechanical web shooters that were designed by Tony Stark. He's actually so powerful that he's able to web up and restrain Miss Marvel even while she's a giant. Then Miles has also got a spider sense that alerts him when danger is nearby, a lot like how Peter's spider sense functions. However, his spider sense actually seems to be greater than Peter's, as one night, Miles dreamed that he was being attacked by Electro, when in actuality, Electro is attacking Peter Parker miles away. Then Miles has actually got some abilities that Peter doesn't have. He's able to manipulate his bioelectric field, and can temporarily paralyze the enemies by simply touching them with his hands. And this attack has actually even knocked out giants before. And he's also able to completely camouflage himself, including his clothes, to blend into his surroundings and sneak up on opponents. But in the world of Batman Beyond, born of a partial strand of the original Batman's DNA, Terry McGinnis was a reformed juvenile delinquent who stole the Batman suit to avenge the murder of his father. Under Wayne's guidance, Terry became the Tomorrow Knight of futuristic Neo-Gotham, Batman Beyond. Terry is essentially an Olympic-level athlete, and with his advanced bat suit, well, the guy's basically superhuman. The suit increases the wearer's strength by a factor of 10, and Terry's been able to destroy robots with punches, break rocks with its attacks, and actually thrown at villains so hard that they hit a robot and broke it in half. The suit also makes him superhumanly durable. He's taken punches from Big Barda, been stomped on by Micron, who's the size of a skyscraper, and Terry was fine after both attacks. Then he's fast enough to not just dodge bullets and laser fire, he's actually managed to block these attacks before as well. It's also able to hold up to extreme heat and cold, high voltages of electricity, vibrations, and radiation. However, the suit can be pierced if enough pressure is applied, and its cutting resistance is really up for debate. But the bat suit doesn't just enhance Terry's physical stats, as it also provides him with plenty of gear and weapons that are still considered cutting edge, even 20 years into the future. The suit is able to launch a wide array of batarangs, ranging from explosive, electroshock, energy nets, and even discs that can be fired from the top of the hands. He's got smoke pellets, flashbangs, electroshocks that have even momentarily stunned and put down Big Barda, and at the end of each fingertip, the suit can launch small taser wires to defeat enemies. It contains retractable claws and blades on the armor, which are capable of fighting enemies and cutting through robots, and even helping climb and cling to surfaces. The suit even has a built-in holographic and cloaking device that enables him to pretty much completely camouflage, even extending into the visible light and electromagnetic frequencies to turn the suit completely invisible. However, This seems to drain a lot of the Batsuit's energy, as Batman tries to limit its usage. Finally, the suit also has two retractable glider wings underneath his arms that allow him to glide, and rocket boots that propel him to fly. Terry's also been shown to be a skilled street fighter, and although he had training under Bruce Wayne, he never quite achieved the height of the other Robins. However, Terry is less dependent on formal fighting styles like other members of the Bat family, and is willing to use dirty tricks if necessary. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now, out of everyone from the Spider family to pit Batman Beyond up against, I really do believe that Miles Morales is the best matchup, will make for the closest and more importantly the most fun fight. And while some might say that Spider-Man 2099 might be the better fight, I really don't agree. Miguel is just too physically impressive, too strong, and too fast for that to be a fair matchup. Just because they're both from the future doesn't mean it's a balanced fight. Miles, on the other hand, does have a physical advantage, although not as great as Miguel's, and it's also balanced out by the fact that he's a lot less experienced, and Terry McGinnis is a whole lot more skilled. So really this is a clear-cut case of power versus expertise. So let's delve into that. Can Spider-Man's greater power compensate for his lack of skill and be enough to put Batman Beyond down? Well, there's really no question that Miles is stronger. Terry's enhanced by the suit, might be able to lift 1 or 2 tons, but Miles can lift 10 tons and can easily throw cars and trucks and injure someone like Ultimate Green Goblin with just one punch. Then Spidey is definitely much faster and more agile. Terry is able to dodge bullets, but Miles just leaps and bounds above that, and is able to weave through and dance around gunfire like it's nothing. He's just so much better in this area, even being able to temporarily hang with the normal version of Spider-Man. However, with durability, I'd say they're actually pretty even. Now, Miles can take some serious punishment. He's been smashed into cars, tossed through walls, endured point-blank explosions, and been punched several blocks away by someone like Rhino. However, the Batsuit is really something else when it comes to durability. I mean, Terry's just a normal human, but with the suit, he's taking punches from Big Barda, who's much stronger than Spider-Man, and has been stomped on by Micron, who's the size of a skyscraper. And Terry actually got back up and was quipping afterwards. So while Miles might not be as skilled as Terry or have been trained by Batman, he's a natural with his powers, and his stats are very impressive. However, Batman Beyond has actually spent a large portion of his career fighting against people that might be physically more impressive than him, and a large part of that is due to his skill in the Batsuit. Now, Terry might not be as skilled or tactful as someone like Bruce Wayne, but the guy is still majorly impressive, especially when compared to someone like Miles. He's received thorough training from Bruce, and has become quite the formidable hand-to-hand combatant. And then all of that is made even more impressive by his suit, which gives his physical stats a nice little bump. But not only has the suit protected him from the great number of attacks, even from people more powerful than Miles, it also comes with a number of weapons built into it. However, if we're looking at these two heroes as fighting in character, well, it's really in character for Terry just to rely on hand-to-hand combat and basic projectiles. Now, he might use more options as the fight progresses, and if he connects, it could give Terry a chance to claim a victory. However, like we just said, he usually just uses hand-to-hand fighting and basic throwing projectiles. And that stuff just isn't going to work against Miles' superior agility, reflexes, and spider sense. However, I believe the determining factor in this fight is that even like Terry's a penchant for engaging in hand-to-hand combat, Miles actually has a penchant for ending fights with his Venom Blast. And for me, that right there is a game changer. It's really not a matter of if he'll use that attack, more like just when he'll use it. Now, the power behind the Venom Blast can vary. It was actually proven to be very powerful against technological suits, so it could damage, disable, or even destroy Terry's Batman suit. And while the Venom Blast have knocked out more powerful opponents, like Omega Red, even Peter Parker himself, if Miles just unleashes a less powerful attack, and only stuns Terry for a second or two, that could be a game changer. Because even in that small amount of time, that'll give Spider-Man a big enough window to land a volley of superhuman punches, or unleash webbing to temporarily incapacitate his opponents. Even if all else fails, I believe that Miles' edge in strength and speed, not to mention his spider sense, would definitely compensate for his lack of skill, allowing him to dodge any projectiles or punches that Terry threw his way. Batman Beyond it definitely has what it takes to win a victory with his skill and resources, but I gotta give this one to Miles Morales. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts, so sound off in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe button, more videos just one every single weekday, and I'll see you next time.